ペッパークイーン。
Hello everyone, this is the Little Mix The Search episode 2 review. This episode was very interesting. The girls met with a lot of extroverted contestants, and they met with a lot of guy contestants too. And, in this episode we get to see what really makes a band. So watching this, I quickly realized for whatever reason this idea of a co-ed group attracted a lot of flamboyant contestants. This was entertaining to see. I feel like in this episode we've seen a lot of really good vocals and good showmanship. One of the contestants that stood out to me was Promise. He was rejected by Jade and Perry because of his lack of vocal skills. And then there was another one named Aaron, where Perry rejected him because of the same reason. Looking at these two, I thought their showmanship and their stage presence was their strongest attribute, and when it got to the vocals, I was like, yeah, not that great. They can get better, no biggie. Looking at the girls, it seems like they wanted someone that was already on a certain level. It seems to be more on the advanced side of things, so they can teach them easier. Which made me think, yeah, this makes sense, I guess, since they have a tour coming up very soon. They don't have time to really develop people, so they'd want someone already on an advanced level so they can train them quicker. But it's not just the vocals that need to be on point, you have to fit the vibe of the group too, because there was another contestant who had the energy and great vocals. His name was Andy, but he was rejected for not really fitting the vibe of the group. And later on in the show, when the girls picked the final four, they kicked out heavy vocalists that didn't mesh well with the group setting. Like, geez, they didn't realize how complicated everything was. You have to fit the look, the chemistry needs to be there, the vocals have to mesh with everyone else, and you have to have, showmanship. Looking at the girls and how they started out, Lee, don't get upset. Lee, I would say she was lacking her vocals, but she had really good showmanship. Perry had the vocals, but performance was kind of lacking. Jade had also good stage presence, good vocals, but still could use some work. Same thing with Jessie, in my opinion. I'm not coming for the girls, calm down. So looking at the girls, they had the privilege and the time to really develop into the pros they are today. So it kind of sucks to see people who were at that stage, at their level back then, but get rejected now because, again, time is of the essence. But it did bring up the question, to me anyways. I thought, is it perseverance or luck that gets you in the door? What do people say? Luck is preparation meeting opportunity? I would agree with that 100%. In fact, I would say it takes luck and perseverance to get in. I'm going to use Jordan and Lee as an example. This guy comes in, Jordan, and he says that not one of his friends believed he could make it, but during the audition, he blew the girls away. We can see his perseverance by how hard he worked on his vocals. So by the time he got to the audition, he was able to really nail it. His luck came on through because he was in the right place at the right time. And he had the proper skills and the good chemistry with the group. What if Little Mix didn't even make a show in the first place? You know what I mean? All that to me is luck. You're lucky that they even had a show that really focused in on you, picked you out of everybody else, and you ended up being in the room. It's a lot, but all that to me is luck. And let me just say, I don't know why people think that just because it doesn't come right away or naturally, whatever talent or whatever skill you want to have, that you should just give up something you're passionate about. I love to draw just for the heck of it, and I sucked when I first started, but I got good. I wish there were people in Jordan's life that encouraged him on his potential and weren't looking at his weaknesses. You can get better at something. I know it's such a wild concept, but don't knock anybody down because you don't see it now. It might happen in the future. You don't know. Looking at Lee, during her X Factor days, her perseverance showed when she snagged the audition. Her skills were good enough to get her through to the next level, next rounds. Her luck really kicked in, being at the right place at the right time, with her skill set and being paired up with the girls, her voice matching with everyone else, her chemistry just flowing with everybody else. It was kismet, right? And of course, from there on, she only grew. Okay, so anyways, enough of that. Okay, so I'm just going to get into the recap of the show. After the first round, the girls try to suss out the harmonies of the contestants.
Oh no, see you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why your feet cold? We're just getting started, don't you tiptoe.
And of course, people went home. Beauty and some other guy, I don't know. Afterwards, the stage challenge happened and we all get the final lineup. And I just want to mention, I really liked Aaron. I'll definitely be following him along with Beauty. Those two really stood out for me in this episode. I was just wow. And I found out in this episode that there would be a battle of the band situation. So what they're doing is making a band every episode, and all these bands, I guess they're going to train them during the episodes, and maybe during the last few episodes they're going to go battle it out, and whoever is left standing will be the band that opens up for Little Mix. Also, just found out recently that Little Mix, The Search, has been extended 2 more episodes, so the series is going to end November 1st, and the album is going to drop November 6th, so a lot of people are like praising the show for a good promo of the album. I'm hoping that this will help promote the album, but you know, whatever. Not gonna lie, back to the episode at hand. Not gonna lie, the group they have now, the mixed group, not my favorite, but they're very interesting. It's like, it's so weird. They're not doing it for me now, but I'm really intrigued in how well they're gonna progress in the future. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.